Dr. V. I had to do this because I had to shut him down. He's starting. Don't believe things he says. Dr. V's crazed. I say right on Dr. V. That's why I love him, because he's crazy. He was out saving people today. What Dr. V is showing is he got his ballot and he's going to vote. And I'm proud of Dr. V for doing that. And that's what he's going to do. And he thinks he's funny. And he thinks he's going to make believe he's Elon Musk and do all this stuff. Forget it. Don't listen to him. Ain't working it. There's the ballot. I say, okay, he's going to fill it out and he's going to mail it in today. And I say, right on Dr. V. And every one of you got to do it. You got to vote. You got to get up and you got to do it now. Now, there he is. Max Headroom. I love him. Okay. Here we go. Trump, Harris, Trump, Harris, Trump. Let's get started here. Donald Trump, Dr. V. He has totally opened up who he is. I think it was never a shock. We always knew what he was. But let's look at everything he says he's going to do to see why would anybody vote for Donald Trump. Let's try to understand it and see what he is. Let's make sure we're upfront about what he is again. I get hurt because everybody says that Joe Biden raised the idea of garbage. That when he said something about the way that joke went, that Trump had at Madison Square Garden. But I'm really bummed about that, Dr. V, because I'm the one that raised garbage. I'm the one that first called Trump garbage. I did. Not MAGA. We love our MAGA viewers, but Trump is garbage. He's trash. And he's a traitor, and that's what he is, and that's what he always will be, so please don't take it from me. I like it. It's my call on him being garbage. Garbage, as Bill O'Reilly used to say. So as we go forward with this, and we start, let's look at what's happening. What is Donald Trump going to do? He puts up these people at Madison Square Garden. Remember, he vetted everybody, but it was nasty stuff. They had some guy come up with the cross and call Kamala Harris the devil or something.
The Antichrist.
The Antichrist. I mean, come on. They had that. They had these people come on. Now, look, you know I love the Hulkster. If you go into Just an American Citizen, you'll see my short there. And I said, I love the Hulkster. That was back at the Republican National Convention because he can rip that shirt off. And let me tell you, if Dr. V ripped it off, it would look good. I don't think the Hulk looked that good anymore. He's like covering everything up.
Lost his step.
He lost everything. They said his arms looked great. His arms didn't look good. They didn't even look good as mine. And mine looked like little sticks. Look at that. That ain't the Hulkster, but that's the Hulkster's up there doing his thing. Hello, 1, 2, 3. Good to see you. So what's happening is they've got these people up there. And Trump wants people to hate. And they think these quote-unquote jokes are, forget 1, 2, 3. Wrong guy, wrong. You're on the wrong channel, 1, 2, 3. Sorry. He sits there, he gets up and he goes, wow. They put these people up there and he says, this is what I want to do. First of all, let's understand, today the Wall Street Journal came out on the front page, Dr. V, and said, whoever is the president wins the presidency is going to be taking over a great economy. Let me say that again, right? The Wall Street Journal on the front page today said whoever becomes president is going to be taking over a great economy. And who's making that great economy? His name is President Biden. And everybody will now call it the Biden-Harris thing. Well, then Kamala should get credit for it. Thank you for the thumbs up. Kamala should get credit for it. Because here we go. If the right-wing Wall Street Journal, which really does like Trump, hates the way Trump talks, but thinks he's a good guy or whatever, or something good. Thank you for the thumbs up. We love you. Please give us more thumbs up. Just an American Citizen, please go on and subscribe. I got a lot of stuff on there, and I got a poll on there. Please go on. Are we going to vote for Harris, Trump, or is it going to the House of Representatives? I have that poll up. Please go on. It's right there on Just an American Citizen. You know who we have behind us. Dr. V, Joe Talks. The man got off. Let me tell you, he was saving people today. I said to him, can you fit us in? He says he's fitting us in. So Dr. V is here rocking, and he's going to be keeping an eye on everything. Nemedian Trump, not for peace, totally against peace. Go on, I'm just an American citizen. I've been talking about this stuff for years, and Dr. V and I have been. What did Trump do for peace? Trump let out 5,000 killers from the Taliban and let them out. Sure, Trump, you were Biden blue leaving Afghanistan, but it was Trump who set it up and let 5,000 killers out and wanted to bring the Taliban to Camp David. It's Trump who did nothing for the Palestinians. He kept talking this stuff in the Middle East. He did nothing for the Palestinians. We have war. It's Trump who loves Putin. Another guy got pushed out of a window by Putin, and he goes, yeah. Meanwhile, the Putin is sending up missiles everywhere, going to Iran, helping Iran, taking stuff. Joshua, listen, we love you. Sneba, all you guys, I know you all voted already, but tell us why you like Trump. There it is. Dr. V asks, what is it about? I'm happy you already voted. Thank you again for your comments. We don't care if you agree or disagree. We love your comments. We love you, whether you're a MAGA or not. Even MAGA bund we put up with you. So here we go. Why do you want to vote? Everybody keeps saying vote Trump. Where is it with Trump? So he blew foreign policy. That's why the wars are out there, because of Trump. Let's look at the economy. 4 years ago today, we had hundreds of thousands of Americans die. Who was president of the United States? Was it Donald Trump, Dr. V? Did I miss something? Did things change? It was president of the United States, Donald Trump, when COVID killed hundreds of thousands of Americans. And where was Trump? He's out there saying, well, there's only 25 people back there on the ship, and that there's no COVID coming here. And while he was doing that and lying about COVID and doing nothing to help, he was taking COVID tests, which we didn't have enough of, and sent it to Putin. That's the guy you want to make president of the United States. Look, you can love Trump, you can love all this, but I'm just throwing it out to you. Here we go, Trump derangement syndrome. No, Joshua, it's Trump who's deranged. Why do you talk about him like that? The Trump supporters call Trump deranged. They keep talking about the Trump derangement syndrome. You know all about the Trump derangement syndrome, don't you, Dr. V?
That's Trump narcissism.
That's what, exactly, right on. And as we go on to it, we go, I keep seeing Trump. I see nothing. Yeah, I sound deranged. Let me ask you. Trump. And we love you guys. Thank you for commenting. We don't agree, but you're not giving me reasons. I'm giving you reasons why he's so horrible. We had the foreign policy. Now he's talking about people within. He's going to take them down. He's going to take down Schiff. He's going to take down Pelosi. Americans, he's supposed to take them down. They had his head guy, the guy he's going to pick, they say, to be the head of immigration. And the guy who's at head of immigration said, what we have to do is we're just going to throw all these illegal immigrants out. You hear this, Dr. V? So they asked him, they said, what about the kids who were Americans? What about these people's kids who are Americans? What are we going to do with them? Oh, they should just leave too, he said. Oh, so Trump's head guy, who they say is going to be his head guy, or one of them on immigration, says, why should the kids stay here? They're only American. They should just leave with their parents. Right, well, I'm with you there, Shane. They should just leave with their parents. Isn't that what they say? American citizens must leave this country. That's Trump. That's Trump's immigration. Why?
It's not even going to be possible to deport millions of people.
Oh, yeah, it is.
It's so astronomical. It would cost billions of dollars.
Right.
And it would devastate the economy. It makes no sense. It's just for political points that he's trying to make. He's never going to do that, just like he didn't build a wall.
Wrong. He'll do some of it, Dr. V. I'm sorry. Don't you say he's not going to do it. He's going to do it. And he's going to put these people in because he doesn't care. He's not even setting things up for it to come in if he wins. He's not following any of the rules. His problem is that he wants to do it. And I'm telling you, you got to listen. You got to believe. When his supporters say that American kids must leave with their parents who are illegal, what are you doing? Take American citizens and throw them out of the country? Think about it. That's Trump. That's where it's going. I sound like, but tell me, guys, what am I missing? Harris, go on, Blue Sky. We love you, and give us thumbs up. What am I missing? Where am I wrong, Trumpers? Tell me. I can't. Have you gotten it, Dr. V?
The Abraham Accords. That's what somebody asked.
I said that the Abraham Accords, they totally blew it. It was a great idea until they did nothing with the Palestinians. They sat there, when you have the art of the deal, when you got the other guys in trouble, you make the deal with them and close the deal. Trump couldn't do that. Why do that? Why deal with all those people out there? It's too hard. The Abraham Accords didn't work because Trump blew it. Period, the end. And let's show something that's so great about what's going on. Whether we agree with you all or not, we love having you. And we love YouTube for being able to give a platform like this. Because it doesn't matter where it is. The fact that you're in America and you can have a First Amendment right to be able to say what you want to say and get platforms like this example here in YouTube, which we are on exclusively. And as that starts happening, you can get out there and say what you want to say and believe what you want to do. Kamala, what did she did? During the great, thank you, who is that? Cahoto? I'm sorry, I can't read too well. And what did Kamala do? During the Great Recession, when the entire mortgage business collapsed and all housing collapsed in 2007 or 8, Kamala was the Attorney General for California and led the fight with all the Attorney Generals to get all the cash out of these banks so they couldn't get away with just ripping people off, which is what happened with a lot of people. A lot of it was not real. A lot of it was just all this under the table. Not one person really got in trouble for it, but she got the money out of them. She got the money out of them. That's what she did. That's pretty good. That money went everywhere. A lot of people got it. A lot of people were helped by that. That's one really good thing that she did. Tell me one good thing Trump did. Hundreds of thousands of Americans died under Trump. He shut down the country. Love you too, Jay. He shut down the country. Didn't he? Who was president of the United States when the country was shut down back then 4 years ago? Donald Trump. He shut it down. He shut down the schools. He let the people die. I'm telling it like it is. You guys come in and get mad. Here we go. This one has a bad track record. This one has this. I'm giving you facts. They're called FACTS, facts. Do you have problems with facts? I don't have problems with facts.
Mark,
yes.
When were the streets, people rioting in the streets? Remind me.
Wasn't that Trump was president?
Rioting and all sorts of problems with crime.
You're right. Wait a second. I will. Das Smith, Fauci worked for Trump. Fauci, it wasn't President Fauci. I love it. Trump's great, you guys. You make every excuse. It's somebody else's fault. No, it isn't. Fauci didn't. Fauci worked for Trump. Trump made the decision. And then those riots in the streets everybody's talking about, the Dr. V's raising, who was president? Trump. Trump was president.
What happened when Biden came in? What happened to all the riots?
Ended, right? Well, the last big riot was when Trump tried to take over the Capitol and to set aside the election. That's what happened there. So we're doing it, and I'm going, hey, well, let me tell you, I feel pretty bad for George Floyd. You better believe it, Mordecai. He was killed by that cop, and that cop's in jail where he belongs. Not a cop. That guy was a killer and a murderer, and that's where he belongs. And you better believe I cry for George Floyd. I cry for anybody who's killed like that and just taken advantage of. Doesn't matter who does or how they do it. It can't be done. It's horrible. Of course they did. But who was president? Dr. V asked. It was Trump. So we had riots in the streets under Trump. We had hundreds of thousands of Americans dying. Oh, I love you, Dr. V. Unemployment was hard. It was horrible. Everybody was shut down. Everybody was at home. What was going on with the schools? Our kids weren't learning. That's all that was going on under Trump. And what was Trump doing? Oh, I'm tough. He did nothing. He did one thing, and he's embarrassed about it. He took the vaccines and he moved them through, and I say right on Trump. Very good for that, but he's embarrassed he did it. And now think about what he wants to do. He's going to put RFK Jr., Loon Man, who took this bear cub corpse and was going to eat it and took it and left it up at the park in New York, in Central Park. Loon Man's going to run our health.
The world will be the Secretary of Defense.
I'm not even worried about the Secretary of Defense yet. This guy's going to run health. He's going to run medicine, RFK Jr., are you kidding? What are we missing here, Dr. V? I'm like crazy. Dr. V, take it. I'm going to go back around here as Dr. V jumps in quickly. Here we go. I'm not full of evil, Rebecca.
What I feel bad about it is
No,
the
I'm not,
guy
Chris.
is
Come
clearly
on.
a con man. He's a
No,
very
he was
good
always a
con
loon,
man,
John.
and
RFK was always a loon.
It's disappointing to me how people are.
I know
so
what
easily
socialism,
conned
Joseph.
by
I
this
lived
stuff.
through it. I
That's
know.
the problem.
I saw Russia and
And
China.
He makes it sound like his
No, I'm not
administration
Sigma.
was
Tell
so
me
great,
where
the
I
economy
am.
was great. It wasn't great. Number one, he inherited a good economy from Obama.
We don't echo. We talk.
didn't
We
do
talk
anything
to each other. We love it.
Except tax breaks for the rich, which is pro-inflationary anyway. He ran up the deficit, and that's all before COVID hit.
It sure
The
is.
one challenge he had in his administration, he blew it.
Right.
Our country did worse than many other industrial countries in terms of addressing the
Ivan.
getting people help, getting people the proper equipment, getting people.
I love the comments, Devo.
Identified with tests.
Thank you. Right.
And he did those things because he's only concerned about one thing, and that's himself.
Same to you, Andrea.
When he says, "Oh, there was so much love in the audience at the Madison Square Garden," he was only looking at love for him. He didn't hear all the hate directed at other people because he doesn't have any empathy.
Yeah, I went to Diddy's party. Who are you kidding? Let me tell you something, Dr. V. They're getting crazy here, and you're too nice. You see, Dr. V is straight. Now, these people here are saying he's echoing. He ain't echoing. He and I have been together for 53 years. We went to college together. We've been together for years. We know how we think, and we think very much alike. But I'll tell you, Dr. V ain't just an echo. Dr. V is an expert in addiction, maybe #1 in the world, one of them, and smart as can be. I don't have an echo. I don't like echoes. I like people who believe what they believe. And yeah, we love your comments. Now they're calling me Diddy. I mean, come on. Was I a ladies' man, Dr. V? Not exactly. So I had other things on my mind. So
And clearly you were on that side of the aisle.
right. But I mean, you see this stuff and you go, what's going on? And I'm trying to understand, why are people having it so bad? I mean, Biden in the garbage. You didn't listen to what Biden said. He said that what everybody said was garbage. But the bottom line is, when people said they read what he said as something else, he said, if you did, I'm sorry. Did Trump say he was sorry? Has Trump ever said he was sorry? Has Trump, every time he sits there and lies about Haitians eating cats? And let me tell you, his boy Vance is just as bad, with the beard like his son Don Jr. and Eric, the winners there. Aren't they the ones, or was it Kushner who said, God, I could build a hotel in Gaza? That's the kind of guy that Donald Trump is. He's just worried about the money he's going to put into his pocket and where it is. Hey, I love your comments, whether we agree or not. Thank you. Thank you for the comments. I'm trying to come into you when we went in and we were getting back and down. Nobody's melting down. I keep hearing it. Yeah, they hate your cats, Mordecai. And Puerto Ricans, let me tell you, you can say what you want. He thinks Puerto Rico's dirt. He thinks it's garbage. He thinks America's garbage. Donald Trump called America a garbage can, Dr. V.
He doesn't care about you.
He doesn't care about anybody but himself. He doesn't. And let's thumbs up. Please give us thumbs up. Please go to Just an American Citizen, subscribe. Look at my stuff in there. I got a lot plus a post. Is Harris going to win? Is Trump going to win? Or is it going to the House of Representatives? Please go on there. Go on to Dr. V. Joe Speaks. We're out there. We love coming on. We love putting it out there. We love you guys. Thank you so much for coming on as we're going forward, but we're just putting it out there. I mean, what are we going to do? How about tariffs? How about tariffs? They just had a big thing. The Journal had a big thing the other day about how the tariffs are going to raise prices like crazy. There was a great article yesterday I'm reading. They're talking to all these importers. They're talking to all these people who buy pieces to put stuff together here in America. Remember, just because we put stuff together doesn't mean we have all the material. We're going to order that stuff. That stuff is going to be tariffed. They're already saying they're going to raise those prices. They have said it. It's on record. Get ready. Prices are up. So meanwhile, here in Maryland, high tax Maryland, gas is $2.89 for regular. $2.89 in high tax Maryland. Look.
Thank you, Joe Biden.
Thank you, Joe Biden. Look, food's still too high, and it's hard to get stuff down. And it's going to be a while, especially with food. But look at these prices dropping. And today the inflation rate came down. It's just happening across the board. And you got to be upfront and look at it. Plus, we're the greatest economy in the world. Why do you think Russia hates us so much? Why do you think China hates us so much? Why do you think North Korea and Iran hate us so much? Because we got what they want, but we earned it because we're a great country. This is a great country. Just because you disagree with me doesn't make this country less than great. Just because I may be right and you may be wrong doesn't mean this country isn't great. It means this country is great, period. I love this country. I love America. And all part of this, think about this. Where else can you go when you hear Donald Trump call America a garbage can? Angry. Tell me why. What does she do? She's going to go to jail for what reason? When you sit there and you tell me that Trump calls America a garbage can, and you say to me, I'm going to vote for this guy who calls America a garbage can, you who can get on here, we have a First Amendment right. Think about how great this country is. This country isn't a matter of being you're just an ethnic, therefore you're an American. It's because you believe the same. This is what's so great about our country. And that's what everybody misses. That country is an idea, and people want to come here. I love our country. People want to come here because of that idea. That First Amendment, really, that most people understand. The Bill of Rights that nobody in the world has but the United States of America. And those people want to come here because they understand that when they come here, they have those rights, and then they, as they come here, can become part of America and change America or make America better, because it's like mixing, it's like a soup. It's like the Bill of Rights is that soup, that rights everybody has, and then you throw in the herbs, and that's the immigrants and all of us who come in. Let me ask you, why is everybody trying to get in the door here, guys? Tell me. I don't know. My comments have stopped, Dr. V, so if you see them, you got to throw them out. They must be flying all over the place. I'm out of comments. My phone stops. I apologize. Joe may have to throw some comments, some questions out to me. Why do they come here? So quit telling me how bad it is. So now we're going to have an economy with tariffs. And remember this, Elon Musk, yesterday, Elon Musk, the genius, the man who's going to take care of everything. He's going to clean out all the problems in the American economy. Remember, so Trump's going to bring in RFK Looney Jr. to sit there and take care of our health. And then you're going to have Elon Musk come in and cut all the fat out of the fat and waste out of the country. Elon Musk said yesterday, this is what Elon Musk said, Dr. V. When he comes in and does it, the first few years are going to be a real problem. Elon Musk said it because they're going to overhaul and they're going to cut and they're going to smash, and they don't care about people. And when they come out of it, the only people that are going to come out with money in their pocket is going to be Elon Musk and all these billionaires that are on CNBC and are doing everything they can to kiss Trump's butt. And they are begging and they are going, yeah, because they're afraid of him. I mean, look at Bezos. Look, Jeff Bezos, who's the owner of Amazon, loaded right on. I respect him. I respect all these people who made their money. But you can't tell me he didn't wimp out. He has every right to wimp out, but he owns the Washington Post. The Washington Post said, we're not going to put out an endorsement for president. Well, that's fine, but when you already had it written and it was going to be done 8 days before the election, it's obvious why you did it, Mr. Bezos.
Intimidated.
It's right, totally intimidated. Totally.
That's the beginning of the end of free press.
Gone. It's across the board.
Express their opinion because they're going to have consequences from this narcissist.
Right. Now, look, Bezos is his money. He can do what he wants. He's out there. He can say what he wants. But if you felt that way, Mr. Bezos, you should have done it 3 months ago so nobody was looking for it. And that's the problem. It's obvious. These rich people are getting handled by Trump because they also, not only are they afraid of him, Dr. V, they know the big tax cuts are coming for them. So one guy came on here, like I said, I've lost all my comments. I apologize. Said, how come we can't get housing? Well, you guys didn't listen to me over the last few years. We didn't say why we couldn't get housing. Go on to Just an American Citizen. I got a lot of long forms on there. And I'll tell you why again. I'll do it with Dr. V. It's because the billionaires have taken over our housing market. That's what happened. They buy the houses, then they turn around and they rent them out. They raise the rents. And why do they love to rent these houses? Because they can put you out in 5 seconds. And I've been saying that relatively as against a foreclosure. And I've I've been saying that for years. And now all of a sudden there's this article the other day about how in Phoenix, Dr. V, in Phoenix, they're just putting people out because it's so easy. So don't sit here and tell me that Trump's good for everybody. These billionaires will put out even more people. They'll make it even easier because that's waste. Well, if they're not getting paid, you got to put these people out right away. You wonder why you can't get a house? Because these rich people get the houses, they hold them, they rent them, and they put people out. They don't care. Their cash goes into their pocket. And hey, let me make sure again. Boys, I want to make sure again. I respect these people, Dr. V, as business people, but I'm not impressed. What's Trump's? Trump has no answer. Trump has no answer.
Does Kamala have a plan?
I don't necessarily completely agree with her plan, okay? But she does have a plan, and she wants to give people money to put down to build a house. So you got problems, though. Where are the houses going to go? Where's the land going to go? Are you going to, these people are probably going to be able to write off the money. Our other problems we have is we have some real defaults in FHA, which is the Federal Housing Administration, some other stuff. I don't want to get too deep into all that. But we got some real issues with our housing. I'd always love to talk housing with all of you, because I love housing, and we got a problem with it. It's only going to get worse as things get bigger because the bigger boys buy more, and Trump's in there, they'll buy it. Meanwhile, please give us thumbs up. We don't care what you say on our comments as long as you don't get personal. Let me make sure of a couple things. I don't see comments, but I'm sure it's happening. No, I'm not selling pillows. No, I'm not selling sheets. I got nothing to do with that. As I say, I think I'm better looking than he is. And that man made a lot of money, but I wonder what he did. He said, boing, boing, and now he got all this stuff back, he says on TV, and he's selling everything for $14.98. I got nothing to sell you for $14.98. But at the same time, as we're talking about all this kind of stuff, think about it. In America, we got platforms we can talk. Like here it's YouTube. YouTube's a pretty cool platform. They let us talk. The people go on TV. They go everywhere, and they talk. That's what's great about our country. So quit telling me how bad it is. Quit telling me how good Trump is. He's horrible. He's a traitor. Let's make sure we understand that. Whether he wins or loses, he's a traitor. And his position is, if I lose, I won. And if I won, I won. I love it. And you hear it on TV all the time. I'm watching Fox nonstop. They say he can't lose. That's all I hear. Laura Ingraham, he can't lose. All these guys, he can't lose. So that if he loses, where you and I have not made any calls on this, Dr. V, though I know what you think. If he loses, they're going to say he didn't lose because he can't lose, because Fox said he can't lose, because they all said he can't lose, leading to a problem. Nobody's sitting back and saying, let's see what happens, let's see who wins, and then we'll deal with everything from there. Hey, Al Gore got to
his excuses.
All the excuses. If he wins, he wins. If he loses, he wins. That's Trump. That's Magabund. That's not America. That's the real. That's how they look at it. And it doesn't matter. And it's a really sad, sad situation. Do you see any questions coming up there, Dr. V, that I can answer? Because I don't have any. I know they're flying. I just can't see it. While you're doing it.
People want to know, what's Kamala going to do?
Well, look at her website, number one, and she has a lot of stuff there, but what she's not going to do, let me tell you what she's not going to do. She's not going to try to take over the country. She's not going to try to set aside an election. She's not going to try to throw immigrants out of the country and throw American kids out of the country, which Trump's guy said on Fox. Throw them out, the kids, American kids. Throw them out the door. Listen to me. These are facts. You should have seen this guy's face on Fox. I'm watching him going, what? What? You think that if the parents leave, his answer isn't, we're going to take care of these American kids. We're going to make sure these American kids are taken care of. We're going to make sure these American kids get food and get education. No, his position, the Trumper, his position is, this is the guy they're saying may lead the immigration program. His position is throw American children out. Now I'm giving you facts. You don't like facts? What?
Ask the people, is it fair to throw out somebody born in the United States if your parent was illegal?
How can I make it better than that? Is it right to throw out Americans? Bottom line, you can't throw Americans out of the country. If you commit treason, you deal with it the way you want to deal with it. But you can't take American kids and just throw them out of the country. Oh, Trump can. And they're going to say this, Dr. V, we're not throwing the kids out. The parents left, so the kids thought it was best they go with the parents.
You're 6 years old and your parents are in Mexico. What are you supposed to do?
Leave. Give up your citizenship. That's where Trump is. This is facts, guys. And what are they saying on the comments, Dr. V? This is facts, guys.
They're illegals.
No, they're not. They're Americans. What are you talking about? Who's not? Come on. Who's not?
They said they're not Americans.
They're not? How you were born here. All these people who say that these kids are not Americans.
My Bible says America was given to me by God.
Your Bible says that.
That's what one of the comments.
Well, I'm sorry. That's a little bit out there because there's no Bible that says America was given to us by God. That's called That's called magabund. That's called trying to take Christian nationalism and make America a religious country like Iran. See, these far-right I'm not talking the MAGAs. We love our MAGA friends. I'm not talking MAGA. It's the far-right super MAGA, the MAGA bund. They'll sit there and go, yeah, they want us to be like Iran. Think about it. They want God to run us. Well, God runs Iran, and Iran has their own rules on what God says. And we're going to have the same thing here. And those same people who think God should run us seem to forget. You know, the Pilgrims, they landed on Plymouth Rock. Why? They were getting away from the Church of England. They couldn't stay at the Church of England. They couldn't handle it. They didn't want to be run by a bunch of old geezers who think they knew what God was saying. Come on. That's like saying we want an old geezer to be president of the United States, like Trump, pushing 80, an old geezer who weaves. He weaves. Yeah. I'm weaving. This is the guy. Think about it. Think about it. Wants to set aside NATO because it's all this. The guy who loves the young un in North Korea who just shot off a major ICBM, I think. And they're all working together to do it. But Trump loves because he can handle them. No, he can't. He's a liar. Why do we want a liar, a traitor, and a person who's no more than garbage as president of the United States? Why do we want somebody who hates our country? Go ahead.
What's he talking about with the windmills? Making the whales go crazy. He wants to be a whale psychiatrist.
Well, he should be. You know, if you watch Star Trek, which one was it? Was it the fourth Star Trek movie?
Oh, yeah.
Understand something. I'm a Star Trek guy, not a Star Wars. I like Star Wars, but I'm a Star Trek guy. I don't know about Dr. V.
Oh,
dun, 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 dun. I love it. But they went back to save the whales, and I'll bet you Trump probably talked to that whale that Kirk and Spock went back to save. Right, it was a Trump mind meld. My mind to your whale mind.
And the whales are upset with the windmill.
And they said it's knocking me off. I feel the vibes under the water. It's knocking me off.
It's not all together. If he showed up at your Thanksgiving dinner, you say, honey, we gotta start looking around for assisted living.
Yeah, you give him food and say, get away from the table. I mean, I'm with you, assisted living. That guy, I feel bad for the people who would have to assist him. That's what's going on here. Also, please share us. Please give us thumbs up. I'm just an American citizen. Please subscribe. Go and look at our stuff and look at our poll. We got a poll going. Who's going to win the presidency? Harris, Trump, or is it going to the House of Representatives if there's not enough electoral votes? Dr. V, Joe Speaks. Joe Talks. Sorry, Joe Talks. Speaks is too proper English. Joe Talks. Yeah, he doesn't like proper English. So he says Joe Talks, not Joe Speaks. So we can say, I give my echo a little probably a real echo. He looks like an echo, doesn't he? Total echo. So max headroom. So the bottom line is, what is good about Trump? He shut down the country. Hundreds of thousands of Americans died. He destroyed our foreign policy. Nothing good. And our economy is great now, 4 years after he left. What is so good? What am I missing? Tell me, Dr. V, where are we? And let me tell you this. Let me throw this out also. We're on every Sunday at 11. This is a special for us today. We decided to come on. We've just been watching all this stuff going on and had to put it out there about this Madison Square Garden and all the rest. And we're going to be back at 11 o'clock Sunday, as we always are, going crazy and talking about what we think is going to win. I'll tell you this. Remember this, guys, and I don't care if you're right wing, left wing, Trump, Harris, or whatever. And I said it before, and I will say it again. That which is obvious is obviously wrong. Remember that. That which is obviously wrong. It doesn't always work. But remember, when everybody goes one way, it normally goes the other way. Not always, but so many times. And everybody is saying, I mean, at least when I watch Fox, everybody is saying Trump can't lose, which makes me wonder if there's a quiet movement out there for Harris under the ground. Hard to tell. You know, these polls they talk about, they've worked so hard to make sure that the Trump voters are counted. The question is, are there Harris voters? I'll tell you this, I hear this vote, are they being counted? I'll tell you this, I hear this stuff about how the Trump people are afraid. Laura, whatever I said again, from Fox, gets on there and says, Trump people are afraid to show themselves. What do you mean? They're not afraid. They get in your face. They go on TV and scream and yell. They do all that kind of stuff. That's where we are. It's in everybody's face. It's vicious. Look, this is great. This is America. This is what we got to do. Let me tell you this. I love this country. I love this country. I love all of you, except those of you really bad-mouthing me, but what can I do? If you don't think I'm good looking, look at the mug. If you think the hair is fake, it's real hair, real color, not much hair, not much color, but I take it. But the thing I like is I got more hair than Dr. V and more color than Dr. V. He may be the super smart guy between the two of us, but I got the hair and I got the color.
You know how you go bald from testosterone? That's all that testosterone.
That's it. He's a man. Show us your guns, Dr. V. Where are them guns? That's where we...
I got to wear my tight t-shirt next time.
He's going to do that on Sunday, but that's where we are. But remember how great this country is. No matter how mad you get, that's why we have to win. That's why we have to do the right thing, hopefully on Tuesday. I'll tell you what I think on Sunday. I have not taken a position, but that's why we have to remember this is such a great country. It really is. It's not BS. We love it here. Why not? Where else can you talk? Where else can you do what you want to do? Say what you want to say, make money, and be right or be wrong and just put it out there. I just say I love it. I thank you too for the chance to let us do this. I think on any platform. I love you all for watching us. Sunday, Capitol Raceway. Sunday at 11, we're going to be on. At that time, we're going to get crazy. This isn't crazy. This is nothing. And we're going to lay it right out there and let you know where we are. But at this point, as far as I'm concerned, I think we're ready to take a break and get back to Sunday. Let everybody do their thing. Enjoy Friday. Get ready. Halloween. Candy like crazy. And then after you eat all the candy and the kids can't sleep, turn on Pink Floyd. If you turn on Pink Floyd when the kids can't sleep, they'll pass out so fast you won't believe it. Okay, gone. Ding, ding, ding. And their heads may come up a little bit.
Floyd, some candy, relax a little bit. Fireworks.
Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, ding, ding, ding. Their heads may move a little bit, but forget it. I'm telling you. And remember this: we're everyday people. Okay, different strokes for different folks. And that's the way it is.
Period.
We will see you Sunday at 11. Please share us. Please vote on our Just an American Citizen poll. Please come on and subscribe to Just American Citizen. Please come in and subscribe to to Dr. V. Joe Speak, Joe Talks. And we will see you Sunday at 11. We love you. We're psyched. Thank you for coming in. See you all later.